I'm here with Shihan Alex Kerrigan, and he's been the chief referee today. What do you think of the event so far?
I think it's been a tremendous event. The number of fights we've had and the number of different variation in countries, and also they're not all been from the same associations. They're from various associations. So to get them all together under one banner, it's brilliant.
So tell us a little bit about that. I mean, like I said, you've got several associations here.
Several associations. They all fight under the same style of kyokushin. But obviously through time and through different instructors, there's been breakaways, and you know it has developed as a kyokushin event, even though they are different groups. We all fight and do the same thing.
That's great stuff. So no politics getting involved here, no. Just some serious competition. And how many countries have you got?
I can't remember how many countries we got. Was it 16 countries?
I don't know. There are lots of countries. I mean, you can see them all coming in on the entry. But I've been so impressed by the organisation. I mean, your officials are like military drilled.
We like to think so. We like to try and drill them as much as possible. We can always improve. We will never rest on our laurels and think that's it. We've got it perfect now. Never. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's human. However, we try to make sure the right fighter wins on the day, and that's the best we can do. And there is no favouritism. We like to make sure that the decisions are given to the fighter, regardless of association, regardless of country. We just look at the fighter as red and white.
Yeah, a couple of things I've noticed. The whole team changes after 5 bouts, is it?
Yeah, we want the referees as fresh as possible so they can give as much concentration to the visual aspects of what they're looking for. And you don't want them tired, you don't want them drained throughout the day, because in the old days we used to stay on all day and it was really tiring, and you do miss things. Yeah, for sure. We like to try and keep them at 100% all the time.
And something else I've noticed, say a new set of referees come on the area and one of them will put his hand up. I'm assuming that's because he's got some knowledge with one of the fighters, so he opts out for that.
That's right. He's either the same country or from the same dojo. If it's from Great Britain, if he's from the same dojo, then he would just put his hands up and change. And that way, then nobody can say there's any favouritism. We try and make it as fair as possible.
Good stuff. And just for the uninitiated, and that included me before today, can you explain a little bit about how you go fighting, breaking, fighting sometimes, or just explain that for the people who aren't aware? Right.
They fight for 2 minutes. If there is a draw at the end of those 2 minutes, they fight for another 2 minutes. If that is a draw, then we already have the weights, so it's based on if there's a 5 kilo difference in the middleweight and lightweight, then the lighter man wins, if it's greater than 5 kilos or more. In the heavyweights, it's an 8 kilo difference. And then if there is a weight difference after 2 fights, then we go to the boards. If they're down to the last 16, then they compete in a Tamashiwari contest. And it's a bit of a strategy as well, because they have to nominate the number of boards they're going to break before they fight. So you're trying to get the best out of the fighter, and then if it's equal on weight and it's a draw, then they have to go to Tamashiwari. If they complete the break, then obviously they will win it. If they both are equal and they both break the same number of boards, then they will fight for another 2 minutes, Encho sent, where a decision must be made. So they have to, the judges have to make a decision then.
I love the fact that you get the guys to say how many boards they're going to attempt before the competition even starts. Yeah. So obviously the idea being to get them to do the maximum possible, and then it builds something into the thing. A couple of fighters I've seen, they look across to see how many their opponent has said, and they're sort of going, oh!
Yeah, I should have chosen another board.
Yeah, should have chosen another
and you get them, obviously, we won't let them change how many boards they've nominated. Some have wanted another board on because they've seen their opponents has the same number of boards. Oh, just one more board. No, that's all part of the strategy. It's built into the strategy of the fighters and the coaches. You know, so they have to play an equal role in that respect.
Well, that's fantastic. Thanks for explaining everything, and it's been great working with you.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed seeing you here, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.